Hi, everybody. Ian Bremmer here with the latest edition of The Red Pen.
The Red Pen.
And today we're taking our red pen to an op-ed entitled, "Can Taiwan Survive? A Second Trump Term?" It's written by global affairs columnist Frida Ghitis. Now, as you know, there's been a lot of international attention on Hong Kong as Beijing continues to take steps to erode democracy there. They've implemented a new national security law. It basically ends the one state, two systems agreement they had there. But Taiwan is very different, an island off of China's coast that has its own government. Beijing very much like to take full control there. Ghitis is arguing that as the United States continues to retreat on the global stage in the Trump presidency, Taiwan will become increasingly vulnerable. And she draws the conclusion that overall a Biden presidency would be much better for Taiwan. Now, is that true? Not to sound too much like your Facebook relationship status, but it's complicated. Let's look at the points that she makes to support the argument. First, Ghitis writes that Trump has a long track record of lavishing praise on President Xi, calling him a friend of mine and an incredible guy, and paying little attention to matters other than trade. Now, actually, Trump has said all those things, but the Trump administration has ramped up defense of non-Chinese claims in the South China Sea, and they've taken fairly serious economic steps to punish China for their actions in Hong Kong. So while Trump has praised Xi Jinping personally, he's also driven the most anti-China U.S. policy in decades. And directly, the Trump administration has flooded Taiwan with arms to defend itself, much more than we saw under the Obama administration. So leading international opposition to Chinese policies has arguably been the most successful and most widely supported part of Trump's foreign policy. Next, Ghitis writes that since China is increasingly willing to flout international views on issues ranging from Hong Kong to Xinjiang, where 1 million ethnic Uyghurs, a Muslim minority inside China, are being held in essentially concentration camps, they call them re-education camps, it might just make a move on Taiwan. Now, these, in my view, really aren't accurate comparisons. China's aggressive, yes. Reckless, no. Hong Kong and Xinjiang are already part of China. The United States has a 40-plus year commitment to defending Taiwan. Really hard to make that comparison. Finally, the punchline. Biden looks like a safer bet than Trump for the survival of Taiwan's independence. Maybe, but the truth is that no U.S. president would be eager for a war in China, even to defend Taiwan. If anything, Biden is more likely to ease up the pressure a bit on China and take a less militaristic approach to foreign policy. There's no indication that Biden is changing the U.S. fundamental approach of strategic ambiguity that has guided U.S. foreign policy on this issue. In other words, defending Taiwan at all costs is not going to be one of Biden's talking points. So I understand that a lot of people are really angry at President Trump for a lot of mistakes at domestic and foreign policy, but saying that suddenly Biden is your guy, Taiwan, that doesn't make an awful lot of sense here. That's your red pen for this week. See you again soon. In the meantime, stay safe and avoid people. Be good.